Hi, you are watching Farming Discover channel. Now we will show a video on vanilla farming and why vanilla is so expensive. Vanilla prices have climbed so high it's worth more by weight than silver. This increase in price has to do with a number of factors, including vanilla bean theft, complex pollination, extreme weather, and the rise of the all-natural food movement. All of these variables combine to create the perfect recipe for a very expensive spice. One reason vanilla has gotten so expensive is it's hard to grow. Vanilla vines take 2 to 4 years to fully mature, and their flowers only bloom for one day of the year. In order for the plants to produce beans, they have to be pollinated that day. In most places where vanilla is grown, it isn't a native plant and there aren't bugs or birds capable of pollinating the flowers. Which country produces more vanilla? Vanilla is native to Mexico. In Madagascar, where over 80% of vanilla is produced, the flowers have to be pollinated by hand. The pods need several months to cure after harvesting. The whole process is time-consuming and labor-intensive. But the record high price of vanilla also has to do with changes in the vanilla market. Growing vanilla is a stressful and volatile business because there is such high demand. Vanilla beans are a target for theft. After working hard to cultivate their crops, some farmers have their beans stolen. As the stolen beans move up the supply chain, they get mixed in with legally purchased beans, making it difficult for buyers to know which are having good quality. To prevent theft, farmers pick the beans before they ripen. Unripe beans means lower quality vanilla. Farmers also try to prevent theft by branding their vanilla crops with a metal-pronged brand. That way buyers can identify what farm the vanilla came from. Over 80% of the world's vanilla is grown on the island of Madagascar, which has been recently hit with terrible weather. Failed crop yields have caused the prices of vanilla beans to soar to nearly $600 per kilogram, which is 10 times more expensive than it was a few years ago. Crop security remains very low, and the synthetic alternative to vanilla extract known as vanillin is becoming increasingly popular, thus diluting our infatuation with pure vanilla extract. Many vanilla farmers are giving up their lifelong careers due to the high risk of failure and turbulent growing seasons. Two main reasons why is vanilla so expensive. 1. Labor-intensive farming. First of all, it's important to realize that vanilla does not grow naturally anywhere in the world except for Mexico. There's only one type of bee that can pollinate the vanilla bloom, the melipona bee, and that type of bee only exists in Mexico. This means that 99% of the world's vanilla is pollinated by hand. It involves careful pollination with a sterilized toothpick or other sharp and small object. Vanilla blossoms must be pollinated within 24 hours of blooming or there will be no bean. Vanilla orchid flowers are hermaphroditic, which means they contain both male and female parts. Because of a plant tissue in each flower called the rostellum that covers the stem, the flower cannot self-pollinate. The pollen on a vanilla orchid is highly inaccessible to most pollinating insects, so a typical honeybee cannot access vanilla orchid pollen. The melipona bee had evolved in a way that allowed it to find the vanilla pollen and carry it to other vanilla flowers for fertilization. After vanilla beans are pollinated, green beans will grow over the period of several months. After the green bean has reached its maximum size, farmers will pick the beans and begin a process of curing. Curing or post-processing is the process that farmers use to turn their hard green vanilla beans into the soft aromatic black vanilla beans that we all love. 2. Global shortage. In late 2016, a strong cyclone rocked the island of Madagascar. As a result, many vanilla farms were destroyed. Large companies were forced to forfeit contracts with vanilla producers, and everyone in the industry suffered, including consumers. The lack of supply means high prices. High-priced crops lead to theft and irresponsible farming practices. Many farmers would rather pick their beans prematurely than to risk being robbed. Quality is suffering in Madagascar. Fortunately, Origin Vanilla is working to develop vanilla farms in Malaysia and Indonesia, which we believe could be the next frontier of vanilla cultivation. Prices went from $30 per kilogram to $600 per kilogram in the course of 3 years. Thank you for watching. Like the video and share with your friends. And if not subscribed our channel, subscribe Farming Discover.